Quand on sort de l'histoire de Tess, comment est-ce qu'on peut ressentir la vie telle qu'elle est?
Ben, vous savez, c'est ce qui est important dans Tess, c'est cette histoire d'amour d'une femme. Les histoires d'amour, ça existera toujours, aujourd'hui, dans 100 ans et toujours. Alors c'est ce qui est important, c'est la femme qui aime cet homme, qui est intolérant, et la société qui est intolérante.
Même si tout ça a beaucoup changé, même si la femme a changé, même si la société a changé.
Même peut-être pas cette histoire-là, mais dans une autre situation, ah oui. Vous pensez pas aujourd'hui, même l'homme, il pense que lui, il a le droit de tout faire, mais si la même chose passe à la femme, si la femme fait la même chose, il te regarde, il n'accepte pas.
Je craignais un peu que Nastassja fût gâtée par sa soudaine célébrité. Je me trompais. Nastassja Kinski s'intéresse aussi aux autres. Elle n'est pas, ou pas encore, une star.
On a l'impression, à travers ce film, que vous pouvez être à la fois passionné et indigné. Alors moi, je voudrais savoir qu'est-ce qui, dans l'année 79, vous a passionné, vous a indigné. L'indignation, peut-être d'abord. La révolte. Qu'est-ce que ça a été?
Tout d'abord, vous savez bien, on le voit tous les soirs dans la télévision, on ouvre les journaux. C'est l'histoire du Cambodge. Bon, tout le monde le parle, mais rien ne se fait. Il y a les gens qui meurent. Maintenant, quand on parle, il y a les gens qui meurent, des petits bébés qui meurent dans le monde. Et bon, on l'écoute et on vit comme ça. Mais on peut pas les laisser mourir comme ça. Mais c'est quand même plus que terrible. Il faut, à mon avis, il faut faire quelque chose avec la force. Il faut rentrer, il faut les sauver parce que c'est plus possible.
Mais cette année-là, c'est quand même une année où vous avez eu 18 ans, c'est important ça, non? Aussi
ça,
pour
moi, personnellement, 18 ans, c'est... Bon, j'ai eu toujours une grande liberté, parce que ma mère m'a laissé de ça toujours, mais quand même, c'est la première fois que je vis seule, la première fois, 18 ans, je signe tout seul, tout est sur moi, j'ai mon permis, je peux tout faire maintenant.
Et vous avez le temps d'aller un peu au cinéma pour voir autre chose que les films de Polanski?
Les films, oui, qu'est-ce que je suis allée? Je suis allée le tambour que j'aime, j'adorais le tambour.
Et Manhattan, vous avez vu?
J'ai vu Manhattan, mais en allemand, alors
oui.
ça enlève beaucoup, mais c'est un film que j'adore. De toute façon, j'adore Woody Allen.
Vous avez tourné avec Woody Allen?
Oh, c'est mon rêve. C'est un génie pour moi. Vraiment, il a la vie dans lui. Il vit comme ça, c'est incroyable. God, it was like everything. It changed my life entirely. Wonderful.
Because it made you a star, or
Because it helped me in my career, because I had the chance to do this wonderful story with a wonderful director, because it changed my life. I mean, this movie changed my life.
do you think that he misses America?
I think so. Sure.
You think he'll be coming back?
I think he'll be coming back, definitely.
To watch yourself up is never it's always nerve-wracking because it's strange, you have to learn how to step out of yourself and just look at it objectively and for the story, and that's hard to do.
Nastassja.
I've done actually quite a lot of movies that I you want to just go and burn someplace. You always calculate, how much would that cost? How would I do that? And just know that it'll exist forever, Maybe it won't be shown all that much, but just the fact that it's there and it'll exist.
So the overnight sensation retreated back to Europe to rejuvenate her flailing career and find refuge in her family. The luminous life of this brief star burnt out in America.
In terms of being in the entertainment, it's hard because one day you're on, one day you're off, and you never know. I mean, you just never know. You better get something else underneath yourself that gives you stability, because this is certainly not a stable work. It's like a magic, 1 minute it's there and then it's gone, and then maybe it comes back, but you never know.
Upon her return to Europe, Kinski did find work, but most of her films were bound for obscurity.
I actually was working, but not like I was before, when I lived in Italy. And I guess not all Italian films get out.
In her personal life, Nastassja created something she always wanted, a family. She married the father of her 2 sons and put her career on the back burner.
I always wanted more than one, and I always wanted babies and, make my own family. But, you know, when you want something real bad, chances are that it's going to happen.
All was not perfect behind the scenes. Her marriage ended in divorce, but it was the catalyst that fueled Nastasja's return to the States, where she jump-started her career and found love in the arms of entertainment giant Quincy Jones. Their long-term affair produced a daughter, Kenya, but not a marriage. Left to support 3 children on her own, Kinski went on a mission to find work wherever she could.
You got to work, and we live here now, and since we live here, I work here, and I was lucky to get work.
Man and woman meeting one night and being attracted to each other. We don't really know what it is, but it's obviously something that, you know, whenever you're attracted to someone, something that you need. That's like, wow, this is like something that you long for, right? We realize that kind of our lives are missing something. Everybody, all the characters realize that, and yet, you know, it's not that people want to break up, but something happens and they can't deny that what happened that night, a year ago, 2 years ago, was really a strong thing, and kind of faced Wesley's character, my character, with, you know, seeing what we're longing for in our life and maybe what we don't have. Even if our marriages are fine and we love our husbands and wives and people who we love, and all of that is fine, and yet one doesn't really relate and really communicate, and misses out on you know, what really needs to be fulfilled in that relationship. And as much as one tries, sometimes it just doesn't work. And sometimes it's worth the battle, you know, to keep on trying until it works. And Robert Downey's character really brings everybody to a halt, to look at themselves and in a really real way, and see what's really going on and why they're not happy, and to see what's really working and what isn't. And he faces everybody with their own, you know, truth, and that life is short, and that one should choose to look at it the way it is, and make it as beautiful as possible and as good as possible.
One of the great
of the, you know, everything is time. When they say time is money, it's really true. I mean, you have to be extremely professional, and I love that. I love learning that, and because that just means caring for everybody around you and just being on time, because, you know, you want to be there and show your respect, and rehearse a lot, prepare a lot, you know, don't come unprepared.
Professionalism aside, nothing could prepare Nastassja for her love scenes with Wesley Snipes. No matter how many times you make love on camera, Kinski says each time is different, and it's never easy.
It was hard. I mean, Wesley, I adore him, and I think he likes me too, and we were saying, oh God, how do we do this, and all of that. It's a difficult thing to do, because you have to, you know, try to be open and try to make this as real as possible. And I think one just has to imagine, you know, just let go for a minute and be able to give that part at that moment, you know, just that reality. But it wasn't easy. We were like 2 little kids, like, okay, let's do this.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes. You know, she helped me because of her demeanor and the way she approaches acting. Very simple, very soft, very, you know, almost innocent. And that was very good for my character, you know, because he had elements of all of those things. He has elements of all those things.
Wesley, Mignon, Robert, Kyle, and Mike, and everybody on the set, it was extremely educational for me. It was a great experience in my heart and as a person and as an actor, and it was beautiful. I love living here because I think here it's whenever there's a problem, whatever, you know, you work on, you know, getting up and resolving it. And in Europe, I feel a little bit more that, you know, when there's a problem, you go, oh my God, and you get kind of, I don't know if that's something I could say, but here it's like there's no time for, you know, sitting down and
talking a lot about what's wrong. It's like, you know, getting up and doing it again, and doing it better or doing it different.
Okay, so background connecting, talking very loudly.
Re-establishing herself as a working actress hasn't been an easy feat. Studio executives thought she'd traded in her career for motherhood long ago. It's true she does turn down work that shoots far away from her kids, but that's because she's searching for a balance between work and home, and she thinks she's found it here.
I don't see it LA, Hollywood, just see it as LA, America. And my kids go to school here and they love it here. And I mean, all parts of the world have good sides and bad sides, but you know, you just keep on going.
How are you?
I am just fine.
Good.
Really.
You have, your hair is a little different than,
It is?
it's a little different, isn't it? A little, or maybe it's not.
No.
You don't normally, or maybe you do you?
Of course I do. I don't know.
You normally
Isn't it
have,
different?
now why is that? What happened there?
What's the matter with you?
Well, no, nothing's the matter with me. Well, maybe there is, but that's, but you have, that's an interesting treatment you've done there.
Yes. Well, okay.
Well, maybe it's me. I don't know. Now, let me ask you about this introduction we gave you here. You've been compared to Ingrid Bergman, Brigitte. Now, you're going to get hair in there, and you won't want to drink it.
How do you know? You know me so well?
No, I don't. I'm just... Now, do you mind me? I was just teasing you there a little bit about your hair. Does that upset you?
No, I just don't understand what you mean.
Okay, maybe it's... I don't know. I'm sorry. Brigitte Bardot, Greta Garbo, Audrey Hepburn, and the list goes on and on. Now, does that bother you being compared to those legendary film actresses? Nastassja?
I'm not sure. It does bother me quite a lot, actually, and I hope people don't ask me these questions because I think it's so silly or whatever, or I'm...
Well, you must be flattered. You must be flattered by that.
I am very
sure.
flattered, but the way you say just about my hair, I just
Oh, now,
don't
are you
understand
still
it.
upset about the hair?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm sorry. If I hurt your feelings by making untoward remarks about your hair, please forgive me.
All right, I'll forgive it.
Okay.
No, this is crazy. It speaks me, and I don't understand it. So
well,
you should explain it to me.
Well, I just think that people are taken aback by your abilities at an early age to be a fine actress.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you about the snake. Do you mind if we get into that?
The snake?
The picture of the snake.
I think you think I'm somebody that I'm not. Thank you.
Yeah. You're very young, aren't you?
Depends. God, I look at myself up there and I look awful.
See, that's what I was talking about earlier.
I was watching you.
We'll be right back. More with Nastassja Kinski.